Welcome, one and all, episode 11 of the Wide 80 podcast. I got the same group of guys as always. Short stuff golf, Colby in the top left,
The
or
man, the
my
myth, the
top left.
legend.
Is it that way when you watch it? Top left? I don't pay attention. I do so much
Yep.
editing, I don't even remember the order.
I'm to
And
your right.
then, okay. And then we got Chan the Man, 2023 fantasy baseball champion Chandler,
What it do?
in the same spot as usual.
Promise I'm not crying. I've just been staring at a screen for too long today. Jesus.
Dude, those spreadsheets ain't gonna whip themselves, right?
They ain't gonna do it.
We took a 2-week hiatus for two separate reasons. The first week we took off was kind of work related. People had places to be and couldn't be there. And then week 2, all my fault. I messed around and had a kid, my first kid. She's great. She's gonna take over the world, so it's fine. But she's in the other room and I have to get back to her. So glad that my wife has allowed me to. My wife's a trooper. Allow me to carve out this time because she believes in this thing. She's like, you got to do it. She's like, you got to do your podcast. Even so, this is a fun fact, and I don't want to go on a tangent to start out the pod, but so not to release so much information, but it was scheduled to have a C-section today, right? We go to the doctor last week, and her amniotic fluid was extremely high, and they said, yo, we got to take it this week. We got to take the baby this week. So it was last Thursday, and we were going to pod on Friday, because of your work stuff. And she was like, how can we make this work? Like on her way to a C-section, she was like, how can we get it to where you can still do your podcast? And I was like, it's not that important, I promise.
You crazy.
But I was like, you're insane.
Yeah.
It was like the day before, we're packing and panicking, and she's like, are y'all gonna do the pod? Like, go into the pod, I got this. And she's like incredibly pregnant. And anyways, but
dude, when you sent that picture of you in the hospital, I didn't see the
no,
baby.
and that's what I was explaining. That's what I was explaining to my wife. I was like, I don't think Chandler understood. I think he saw me in the hospital and was like, what happened? And then he like zoomed in and was like, oh, that's a baby, dude.
That's exactly right. I turned to Natasha and I was like, yo, Brandon's in the hospital. She's like, what? I was like, I don't know what happened. I looked again. I was like, oh
yeah. I was like, I'm gonna be so nonchalant with this, and I'm gonna say, guys, something came up.
That's fantastic.
Or something came out.
Something came out. Hey,
yeah.
Hey.
Same. No, but no, my daughter's here. She's gonna take over the world, and it's great. But yeah, before we get super into it, make sure you guys follow us on the social medias, YouTube, Wide 80 Podcast. Make sure you're spelling out 80. TikTok, while you can, Wide 80 Podcast. And then look for the blue logo. We're on Spotify and the Apple Podcast app. Everybody has an iPhone, and there's a little podcast app that comes with the phone. Click on that bad boy, search Wide 80 Podcast, and we're right there. Look for the blue logo.
Yeah, with TikTok going away, y'all be sure to check out YouTube for those shorts, because that's the only place they're gonna be.
That's where they're gonna be. Yep. At least until someone from America buys TikTok.
Until TalkTick is invented.
Right. So enough about me and my life events. How have you guys been these past 2 weeks away from the podcast? I'm sure like you guys were just, itching to get some of the sports information out.
I feel rusty, man. It's like I don't know, man. I've just been running and gunning, and when you get away from it for 2 weeks, you kind of feel that ring rust. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got two little ones too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the way that I'm dealing with. I'm 5 days in to being a dad, or 6 days because tomorrow's a week. But it's a job, man. Like, it's something you can't call out. You got to show up for. You do shifts, especially with the newborn. You take shifts, so you actually start your shift and end your shift. It's exactly like a job. And you having 2 little ones, I'm like, thoughts and prayers.
But I would normally say I've been busy, but nothing compared to what y'all go through. So living life, man, enjoying it.
It's all good.
So you were out of town for work? I mean, you don't have to give me like
Yeah,
specific
yeah. No,
details.
I traveled. I traveled to Dallas one week, and then literally the following week I was in California, both for work. So it
Ooh, which one
was a
do you
good
like better,
time.
Dallas or California? Where in California?
Orange County, like Southern
Oh,
California.
I act like I
Yeah.
know where any of that is. Yeah.
Where relatively close to where the Chargers just you know, called in their draft pick from.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, relatively close.
Does it all work, or did you get out a little bit?
I mean, it's work in between. Again, we lived out there for a good bit, so it was like work and then friends and stuff, and
Seeing the
then
old
back and
spots,
forth.
the
Yeah,
old trap.
yeah, it
I
was
respect it.
nonstop. Happy to be home.
I get that. No, I'm definitely happy to be home as well. Um, yeah, I mean the NFL draft going on right now.
Yep.
We have the first 4 picks. Caleb Williams to the Bears, no surprise. Jaden Daniels to Washington, no surprise. Drake May to the Patriots, no surprise. Marvin Harrison to the Cardinals, no surprise. Is there any of those picks that you guys like more than the rest?
I'm a big Marvin Harrison senior fan, and so
Yeah,
I'm
you
stoked.
are.
I'm
Yeah.
stoked for the kid. You know, he's gonna have great things. Go do great things.
There's worse situations you can go to than Kyler Murray as your quarterback.
Yeah,
There's worse situations.
it just gets a
Yep.
younger, more athletic DeAndre Hopkins again.
Oof. What do you think, Colby?
It kind of played out the way I thought it would. I mean,
This was the
three.
most predictable draft, I think.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them are in need of quarterbacks. The first three, and then the best talented player is probably Marvin Harrison Jr. So it's no surprise that he went to Arizona after those three.
Yeah, it's this is probably the first draft where they really showed their hands. Like all these teams that need quarterbacks, they traded away their quarterbacks. Like they literally just released all the quarterbacks or traded all the quarterbacks, and then they're just really showing, hey, we're taking our quarterback. I mean, the Commanders trading Sam Howell, the Bears trading Justin Fields. They really showed their hand, a month ago. But yeah, no, we'll talk. I'm actually going to talk about a couple of these guys a little bit more later in a different segment. Um, in other news, AJ Brown with the Eagles signs a 3-year extension. I think it's $95 million total.
Big money.
Man, how do I? That's something.
That's a lot.
And the reason why I say it's something is just because the watching. I had Jalen Hurts as my fantasy quarterback last year, so I watched pretty much all the Eagles games. That team was in such disarray towards the end of the year. Giving anybody an extension seems steep. So, I mean, I guess if you got your guy, lock him down. But
And wasn't there a lot of drama with AJ too? Like
early
I,
on,
yeah.
yeah, early on it was throw me the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and as receivers do, it seems like at this point. But no, that's steep. And AJ Brown, the receivers don't gain explosiveness as they get older, so that's a heavy commitment. I'm not going to say older receivers can't produce at a high level, but we all know these guys age like milk when it comes to skill players. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, just a more of a realistic way. It's not like you can be a 40-year-old, guard or left tackle. But yeah, he's going to be in Philly for a while. I don't know what this does to Devontae Smith's stock. I thought maybe you might see a situation, where he can kind of try to be that number one guy, but it looks like it's him and AJ Brown, 1A, 1B for the time being. In other news with wide receivers, San Francisco reportedly taking calls on Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk seems like the more likely option just because he's been vocal about wanting a long-term deal. They're not trying to talk about it. Seems like they're a little more stern with Deebo Samuel. Do you guys have any potential homes for these guys? I mean, Brandon Ayuk is really the one that I've given thought about. Deebo is just kind of, what do you think, Chandler, Colby?
I think
Yeah.
Debo's kind of solidified. I'm sorry, Chandler. I think
Mm.
Debo's kind of solidified himself as a guy over there, as one of the guys. So I don't really see him going. But
And he's kind of like a culture player, right?
yeah,
Like that year, I'm sorry, not last year, but the year before, where Debo Samuel was rushing the ball, catching the ball, putting his body on the line, and was,
yep.
one of the best fantasy guys and was the
Hmm.
heart and soul of that team. It's hard to let that guy go.
For
Ayuk,
sure.
you're not gonna find many Brandon Ayuk guys, but bigger fans than me. I'm a huge Brandon Ayuk guy, and I'm gonna throw a name, I'll throw a team name to you guys, and let me know what you think. Brandon Ayuk to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Oh, that could
I could see
happen.
it.
They
That could
need
happen.
something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that could happen.
They need
Um,
something. I don't know what kind of trade capital they have. I think we could see it literally tonight or the next couple of days in the draft. But Brandon Ayuk, Josh Allen combination in Buffalo, I don't
yeah, he'd
know.
immediately be the number one there. I was looking at San Francisco's, cap space, and Debo is taking up 28.5 mil. Brandon Ayuk is
Ooh.
taking up 14 mil right now. So between the two of them, you're looking at 42 or so, maybe 43. Quite pricey for two guys. And then with the Bills that you just brought up, I mean, they saved 20 by dumping Stefan. There you go. That's his name. So yeah, I mean, they could afford to toss 15 or whatever Ayuk is looking for to make him their number one guy. And then still have some money left over. But I don't know. I think receiver needs. I'm with you there, Bills for sure, but I also think Chargers losing Allen and Williams in the same
Yeah.
in the
And
same
Lord
offseason.
knows I'm not signing Jordan Palmer again. Or Joshua
Yeah,
Palmer. Jordan
yeah,
Palmer was Carson Palmer's little brother.
yeah.
Joshua Palmer. Anytime Mike Williams went out, anytime Keenan Williams got out, we all have done it. We've all signed Joshua Palmer, and he
Yep.
always let us down every single time.
Well, they got that rookie last year, Quentin Johnson, right?
Oh, he was hot ass,
Yeah,
though.
not happening, but maybe year two he can bring something back. But I mean, they took like you called it, Brandon, but they took that tackle and picked 5 of the draft, and so they're just building around Justin Herbert, get him some protection. But again, they lost 3 weapons between Eckler, Allen, and Williams. I
It's a
don't. They got to have somebody to throw the ball to. You can protect your quarterback all you want, but who's downfield?
I don't want to misremember, but I think, yeah, J.K. Dobbins to the Chargers. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, J.K. Dobbins signed with the Chargers.
He's gonna
So,
have to stay healthy before I'm convinced of anything.
right. My wife went to high school with J.K. Dobbins. Fun
J.K.
fact.
Oh, I thought it was a
Fun
joke.
fact. No, in yeah, I don't want to say the town where he's from. It's very small. But yeah, no, it's that Quentin Johnson. He definitely lost some games for the Chargers. He big drop passes with the game on the line.
Yeah.
Herbert puts it on a dime and just couldn't make it happen. Hope he has a big year too, but just in the Giants drafted Malik Neighbors, wide receiver,
Yep.
LSU. Uh his pro comparison, a bigger Jaden Waddle. And we all know that the Giants is where receivers go to die. So hopefully, as a guy who drafted a Kenny Galladay for the Giants many moons ago, I've learned my lesson. So hopefully they figure something out there.
I was gonna say, don't talk about my guy Sterling Shepard like that, man.
Dude, he was so good coming out of college.
Yep.
Sterling Shepard out of college was a monster, dude.
Yep.
Just couldn't put it all together.
He
But
had a couple of flashes in the pro
yeah, I
scene, but
mean, don't want to seem like we're running through the agenda, but we have so much to talk about today, taking 2 weeks off.
yeah.
So, I would personally like to, what I did here, I have a way too early fantasy football sleepers for this coming season. Okay. I have a starting lineup, a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Okay. Now, my point in calling these sleepers, this is not like quarterback Patrick Mahomes, running back Christian McCaffrey. These are guys that I think you can get in the later rounds that can really, you can win some games with these dudes. So I have a lineup crafted. I want your guys' opinion and let me know what you think.
Shit.
And it's funny that we've talked about the draft. My quarterback on my sleeper list is Caleb Williams. Look, don't make the face. We're not making faces, okay?
Sorry,
We're not
my
making
bad.
faces,
My
okay?
bad. It's just my face.
We've seen CJ Stroud, Houston Texans, right? Rookie quarterbacks can produce. Caleb Williams is in a unique situation with first overall picks where there is a ton of weapons on that team. And I get it this offseason with the clips that I've posted. I sound like a big Bears fan, but I swear I'm not. Look, they have DeAndre Swift at running back, Keenan Allen and DJ Moore at wide receiver, Cole Kmet's a touchdown machine at tight end. This is a great situation for a quarterback that allegedly is the next Patrick Mahomes. And I hate that, but I will use it for my argument. So Caleb Williams, again, if you're one of those guys that likes to wait on quarterbacks and wants to load up on skill players, Caleb Williams at quarterback. Let's move on. Running back,
Michael Penix to the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh, to the okay.
Falcons. Yep.
I did not see that coming.
Learned one season into Kirk. Well, I guess they paid him for 3.
So they're really trying to Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre this thing up where your quarterback. That's an investment. That's an 11? Okay.
8.
Oh, 8. I thought you said 11. 8. Okay. They were really trying to make sure the Raiders didn't get him.
Yep.
Seems like it.
Bears are on the clock now.
Jeez. Okay. So my next at running back on my fantasy football sleepers, Aaron Jones, Vikings. This guy, if there's any question of this guy's talent at his age, just look at his playoff performance with the Packers. This dude was the best player on the field as far as skill players go. Aaron Jones with the Vikings, I think they're going to get creative with him. You have a quarterback in Sam Darnold that I don't think, at least as of now, they might get JJ McCarthy, whatever. But as of right now, let's just assume Sam Darnold's your quarterback. He's not a guy you're going to want to put the game on his back and throw the ball 40 times. So Aaron Jones is going to be involved with that offense. There's a lot of pieces that spreads out the ball. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. I think Aaron Jones benefits in the Vikings offense. My second running back, Zamir White for the Raiders.
Okay.
Replacing Josh Jacobs towards the end of last year was a workhorse. We're talking high 20 carries a game and was getting into the end zone. The Raiders, they're probably picking a quarterback. Who knows what the quarterback situation is going to be? There's still Devontae Adams on that team. There's still a lot of talent with the Raiders. Zamir White, I think he gets used the same way Josh Jacobs got used. And that's a guy I think that you maybe get in later rounds. Wide receiver, we just talked about it. Marvin Harrison Jr. For the Cardinals. He's going to be the guy. I actually have 2 Cardinals on this list, so let's keep it going. I don't want to spend too much time. Wide receiver, George Pickens for the Steelers. Look, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, whoever's the quarterback, it's George Pickens' time. He balled out in an inconsistent offense with Kenny Pickett at quarterback and Mason Rudolph at quarterback and Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. More stable quarterback, more targets. George Pickens to the Steelers. I love it. Tight end, my second Cardinal, Trey McBride for the Cardinals. Okay. Dude was the number 1 option in Arizona last year. He's going to lose some targets with Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's not out of the game whatsoever in the time right now where tight ends are super popular with George Kittle, with Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce. I think Trey McBride might fall to the 5th, 6th tight end off the board, and I think you get value there. And my flex is Devon Achane for the Dolphins.
Love it. Yep. I like what he did last year until he got hurt.
Dude, he's the injuries will have him fall late in the draft, rightfully so. Don't disagree with it. And Mostert, can he do it again? Who knows? So that's my
he's almost aging backwards.
That's my sleeper fantasy, right? That's my sleeper fantasy lineup. You guys have any comments?
Solid.
I'm liking Aaron Jones with the Vikings. I think he's I'm a big Dalvin Cook guy, but I think he's a better Dalvin Cook. And
definitely more shiftier.
Yeah, I mean,
and Dalvin Cook.
To be fair, he has a job right now, and Cook doesn't. So that's got to say something. But yeah, I think they use him in a,
you know
in a very
what?
similar
Your logic is
format.
airtight on that.
It's
one.
airtight, dude. Also, you said Justin Jefferson, Addison, and TJ Hawkinson. I feel like there has to be like a clause or something on that team that your name has to end in SON.
You're the only one that realizes that.
Yeah, dude, you threw him out there, and my head's still spinning. I'm like, son. You know, it's wild.
Yo, do you
That's all I got.
Any other fantasy, way too early fantasy football comments?
I really like Zach Wilson to the Broncos.
I'm picking him.
God, no.
All right. Yeah, I did that when I was just hanging out today, and I thought it would have been funny to release it. But let's get to, I have some games I want to play with you guys, right? So we did it last week. I really liked it, or not last week, last pod. I really liked it, and we're going to do it again. I want your guys' participation. I'm going to give you 2 players, and I'm going to give you a stat, and you tell me who has more. I got 2 football here, and then that'll, I guess, will be like the official transition into baseball. Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. I think this one's pretty big. Selection number 9 from the Bears. I'm gonna mess up his name, but Rome Odunze.
Ooh, yeah.
So just more weapons on that Chicago offense.
Another pass catcher.
Yep.
That's
a solid 3 to have on the field at all times.
Bears are not playing any games, guys. And I think this makes my Caleb Williams sleeper quarterback even more. Like, you could just toss that ball up and somebody really good is going to catch it. Okay. Yeah, let's play. Who has more? You ready, guys? We're going to do football. I got 2 football, and then I got 3 baseball. All right. Who has more career receptions? Randy Moss or Hines Ward?
Career receptions?
Career
I'm going
receptions.
Hines Ward.
Okay. Colby, who you got?
I'm just gonna go Randy Moss, because I'm like, what? Because I don't know. I mean, Hines Ward probably played longer, didn't he?
Well, I don't have those numbers, but
about to find out.
Hines Ward has more career receptions than Randy Moss. Hines Ward has 1,000 receptions, and Randy Moss has 982. So close.
That is crazy.
Just no cigar. Okay. This one's a little more recent. Who has a better career quarterback rating? And we all know how quarterback rating works. Higher the rating, better the quarterback.
I'm going to miss this one.
Who has a better career quarterback rating? Derek Carr or Jared Goff?
Derek Carr.
Was QBR a thing when Derek Carr was playing?
I mean, he's still playing. Derek Carr, not David.
Oh. Yeah.
He was like Texans. You thought we were just doing Texans.
Bad. Yeah, it's just always on my brain. I'm going Jared Goff. Big believer.
The correct answer is Jared Goff at a 93.6, and Derek Carr has a 92.3. So that's close, but no cigar. All right, now let's get to the fun baseball stuff. You guys ready? This one's fun. Who has struck out more in their career? Paul Goldschmidt or Joey Votto?
Joey Votto.
I'm gonna pick the opposite of you, Colby. I'm going Paul Goldschmidt.
The answer is Paul Goldschmidt.
Let's go 3 for 3.
0 for 10 over here. Jeez.
Joey Votto would just tap the bat, man. That's he was
Goldschmidt 1,737. Joey Votto 1,640.
Close stats, man. You're pulling out.
Yeah, I don't want to make them too off. Too
obvious.
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't guess those names.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber or Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen Juan Soto's on base percentage?
It's pretty high.
It's like some of the best of all time.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It's incredible. Okay,
he's consistently walked more than striking out in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, I hate that
guy. Who has more career RBIs? David Ortiz or Manny Ramirez?
Let's go with Big Papi.
Yeah, I was gonna go Manny anyway.
It's Manny Ramirez.
4 for 4. Sign me up, coach.
Colby's like, I actually quit the pod. Like, I retired. Manny Ramirez 1,831. David Ortiz, 768 or 1,768. All right. My last one. Who has more career wins as a pitcher? Max Scherzer or Clayton Kershaw?
Oh, this is a good one. Who has more wins?
Yeah, this is very close, by the way.
Scherzer, or no, Kershaw.
I was going Clayton. I was gonna pick Clayton.
Colby, God damn it!
It was Scherzer.
It's Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
Colby said I'm going Scherzer.
Do not take me to Golden Nugget, dude.
214 to 210.
Oh,
4 off.
That is really close.
Yeah. So Max Scherzer 214, Clayton Kershaw 210. You could have gone. You could have done 5 straight, but here we go. Or was it 6?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5. Yep. All right,
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
You don't have one
I said
more
Max Scherzer. I just pronounced his name wrong.
Colby said, "You don't just have one more I could do."
One more, coach.
All right, this is going to be incredibly fun. So every single podcast, you guys know, we draft. We pick a topic, something sports related, and we draft a list of 5, and you tell us who has the best list. We are going to do something different, a little more extensive today. We are going to, same concept, same serpentine, but we are going to draft a fantasy, or not even a fantasy, just a baseball lineup. So we have catcher, first, second, third, short, 3 outfielders, a designated hitter / flex position, whatever you want to say. And then we have 3 starting pitchers. And we are going to serpentine until we fill out a lineup each. And you guys tell us who has the best lineup. Who's going to go first? I don't remember the last draft. It was 2 weeks ago. Anybody who wants to go first? I don't care. Anybody want to nominate to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah, I think you should go first in celebration of Kyle Schwarber, Zach Geloff.
Yep. That's my baby's name, by the way. Kyle Schwarber, Zach Geloff, and then my last name. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if I'm going
you want
first,
second or third, man?
I'll take third.
Let's go.
Ooh, Colby.
Third base.
I like the Colby wants to go back to back.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me the hot corner.
Let's just. Man, I hate doing this because I'm gonna pick the corny pick, and I don't want to pick the corny pick.
Do it.
He said do it. I'm gonna do it because I'm trash. Okay.
Shohei Ohtani.
I'm taking Shohei Ohtani, number 1.
He's your designated hitter, though.
Yeah, put him at DH.
Worst pick.
Worst pick. All right. We're keeping track individually, right? We're keeping track individually, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Brandon, I'm gonna make you a certain color on my spread.
What color? Can you make me purple? That's my favorite color.
Pen and paper
sure. I was gonna put you blue, but you're purple now.
Hell yeah.
Give me green.
That's Colby's favorite color. I could have told you Colby's favorite color.
I mean, all right, whatever.
Or blue, green or blue.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'll just get confused because I would only mark myself as green. It's no biggie. I'm taking at third base Jose Ramirez.
Oh. Okay. Jose off the board.
You guys are insane.
You guys are insane.
I will put Mookie Betts at shortstop.
I like it.
And I will come back around and put Gunnar Henderson at third.
Well, that's interesting.
That's interesting. All right, Chandler, it's on you.
All right, so I'm not out of shortstops. I'm taking Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt. I love it. All right.
So Bobby.
Okay, so I'm gonna go outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. He's okay.
He's all right. Okay. You know what? Shortstop, give me Corey Seager.
All right.
Seager, not bad. Not bad pick, bro.
If he's healthy.
Yeah. Who you got?
Back to me. Shit.
Talking shit about Corey Seager.
Yeah,
you don't even know where you're going next.
It's because he didn't even make my list, So I can't highlight anything. I can't highlight anything. Let's go out into right field and grab Juan Soto.
Yep.
That guy.
Colby would have taken Kyle Schwarber before he takes Juan Soto.
I probably would have.
All right, Colby, who you got?
I'm going with Jose Altuve at second.
Yep.
Nice.
As you should.
And then I will go. Give me. Who's that? Give me Mike Trout in center field or out one of the outfielders.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, Trout in
Back
the
to
outfield.
me.
It's on
Back to
you.
me. Oh man, this is fun. I'm gonna take Marcus Semien at second base.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right. I'll be the first one to take a picture, I guess.
Do it.
And I'll go Zach Wheeler.
Wheeler for the number one pick for the number
He's the
one
best.
pitcher.
I think he's my Cy Young candidate
Wheeler
for that conference.
Well, we know who lost the draft.
Yeah.
Hey, Wheeler's he's badass this year.
He's literally he leads the league in strikeouts right now. So
he's the guy.
It's because I'm not playing.
all right, going back around. First baseman, let me get Freddie Freeman.
Ooh.
All right.
all right.
I'll take first base. This time I'm gonna draft from here on out. Matt Olson.
Ooh.
I feel like that was the thinnest position, by the way, when looking at stuff as far as WAR goes.
Sucks, man. Sucks.
Sure.
What
you got, Koji?
I am gonna go with
Pasquantino.
Dude, I'm gonna go. Dude, I'm gonna go Alec Baum at first.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that guy.
Fun fact: Chandler will not trade Christian Walker for Alec Baum.
That's
Fun
insane.
Fun fact.
I won't do it. Fun fact: they were both on my team at one point in time. That's even funner fact.
Let's go. Who do I want? I think I want Logan Gilbert, starting pitcher.
Nice.
Yep.
Dude, so how about Ranger Suarez?
Yeah.
Where'd
that guy come from, right?
He's been around.
Yeah, I had him on my team at one point last year.
Oh my gosh. Insane.
Best pitcher in baseball right now.
Yeah.
What you got, Chan? What you got,
By
Chan?
the way, the Vikings traded up to 10 to pick up JJ McCarthy.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
Isn't that a coach?
Yep. In my left field, give me Jordan.
Yep.
Yardoni with the baloney.
What? All right. I'm gonna go. Let's go. You know what? I'll do it. I like being the first person to do it. So, catcher, give me Adley Rutschman, sorry.
Rutschman, yep.
As Hutchinson and Rutschman got in my head.
That's funny. Oh shit. Yeah. No, you got to go back to back, right?
Yep. And then I will go. I'll go another pitcher. Give me Tyler Glass now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's okay.
Decent.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm blue. Okay.
We're
good there.
So suspenseful.
Suspenseful.
I'm in suspense. Center field, give me Julio Rodriguez.
As you should. You should.
Who is that guy? Okay, let's go with Fudge. Who should I go with here, guys?
Martin Maldonado.
Yeah, dude. If having the lowest batting average in the world was a winner.
If it was like I was just about to say that. Me and Chandler have been finishing each other. We didn't even lose a step. I was gonna say if it was golf, he'd be great.
Yo, give me Kyle Tucker in the outfield.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Sorry, it took me a little bit.
And are you going back to back, or is that your second pick?
Yeah, and let's throw in some, just two guys that would probably like each other. Adolis Garcia as my last outfielder.
That was gonna be my next pick, to be honest.
Yep.
Interesting.
Super interesting, all right?
I'm gonna go ahead and grab my DH. Marcell Ozuna.
Yep.
Ooh, picked him up. I've drafted him on another. I didn't think he was
Well,
gonna.
he was available in one of your leagues.
No. I've drafted him.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
you said he was just
I didn't.
available.
I didn't even know who he was, to be honest with you.
He's
Sheesh.
from the Braves.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now I know that.
No, I'm joking. Did you ever heard that
Oh,
DUI story?
all right.
No.
I'll in the outfield, I'll take Tatis.
Dude,
Loser.
Tati loser.
And then let's keep it going. And then second base, give me Ketel Marte.
Ooh. No Ozzy, huh? No Ozzy for anybody.
He's hurt right now, so it makes
Switch
me
hit
sad.
just till tomorrow. Just till tomorrow. Switch hit and Ozzy Albiaz goes undrafted.
I'm gonna put him at third.
Sure. Probably fine.
Probably
thing to do.
fine. All right,
All
what you got,
right.
Cham?
I'll take my Cy Young prediction. That's Zach Gallen. I was
Yep,
very careful. Very careful with how I said that.
I like it. I like it.
Zach, so old Zach Gallen. Let's start filling up these pictures real quick. Dude, let's go with Dylan Cease.
Nice.
Good strikeout guy.
He's been pitching really well.
What's your next pick?
Who else am I gonna pick here? Let's throw in Corbin Burns here.
Yep.
Oh, you got a solid trio.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. I love it. If you like it, I love it.
Got a solid little trio of pitchers.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Chan, man?
So we'll go ahead and grab our catcher, but it's between two.
Damn, that's what I was gonna go for.
And honestly, just the way this guy's been playing right now, give me Salvador Perez.
Yeah,
Dude's a monster right now.
Dude, I never really even saw him bat. It's strictly off like stats.
Yeah.
But seeing how big that guy is in the box, bro, holy crap.
He's also a great defensive catcher.
Yeah. Just humongous, like 6'8".
Big fan.
Round of my outfield, I'll go Corbin Carroll.
He believes still.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking he fell this far. But you got to take potential, I guess.
Yep.
And then I will come back around and get Austin Riley at third.
That's a good one.
Who was your last pick? I'm sorry.
Corbin Carroll, and then I picked Austin Riley.
So I think I'm filled out. I got my catcher, first base, second base, shortstop, third base, left field, center field, right field. Yep. I got my DH too. Last two picks here.
Yep.
Last two picks.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess, are we doing relief pitcher? Because I wrote that down too.
No, we got just 3 starting pitchers.
Sad about that one, but all right. We'll take if I'm building a team, give me Jared Jones.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay. So that's fun.
All right, that'll work.
That'll work. So I don't want to hear shit about my Zach Wheeler pick.
Well, it's just because I picked the other Zach.
So I'm rounding off. I'll have catcher and DH here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and fill up my catcher. I'm gonna go with Diaz, Yanier Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will Smith undrafted.
Yeah. I was feeling that, but I don't want to be biased with that.
Yeah, Colby's gonna pick an Astro.
That's okay.
I got 1, 2, 3.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, now it might be something wrong with it, but
they're the Astros that are doing good, so I'm good with that. And then my DH, that could be any batter, yeah.
Yeah, it could be DH flex. We're being fun with it. Chandler went traditional.
I went traditional. Brandon went traditional, so really you're the only one going off beat.
It's not a whole. I mean, a lot of dudes DH when they need a day off.
True.
Give me Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, that's such a good. He's making me eat my words, because when the season started, I was like, this dude's a bum, and now he's batting over 300. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely exceeding my expectations. I
Right.
Gonna be this good.
Finish it out, Chan man.
Yeah. This is tough, y'all. This is a tough one. I need one pitcher, and just based on recent performance. I'm taking Aaron Nola.
Okay. It's not who I thought you were going to take.
He's another good one that I thought that was going to shit the bed.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's coming in clutch.
So I have to, my last pitcher, I can choose who's having a killer year right now or who I think just has the better career. And I'm going to go with the better career, and I'm going to take Logan Webb.
All right.
Okay. But I want, and I was actually going to talk about him later, but Jose Barrios is having
he is having a year.
Unbelievable. He's, I mean, I guess we can get to that segment next, but
well, he's usually your streamer. I mean, he was, past
2 years ago.
It was like a 0.8 ERA, just 4-0, the most quality starts in the league.
He sucked all the good stuff from Chris Bassett and Kevin Gausman because they are not doing well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's sound off our teams. I'll name mine. So catcher, Adley Rutschman, first base, Freddie Freeman, second base, Ketel Marte, third base, Austin Riley, short, Corey Seager. My three outfielders, Ronald Acuna, Fernando Tatis, Corbin Carroll, DH, Shohei Ohtani, pitchers, Zach Wheeler, Tyler Glasnow, Logan Webb.
All right.
All these teams are going to sound awesome.
Right. Yeah, this is essentially it's essentially our top however many, like, I don't know how many positions this is, but us combined, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
9
6,
plus
7,
2
8,
pitchers.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah,
so
DH,
12,
so
24. This is essentially our top 36.
Yep.
All right.
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of. Sound it off.
Yeah. So catcher, I got Salvador Perez, first base, Matt Olson, second base, Marcus Semien, shortstop, Bobby Witt, third base, Jose Ramirez, left field, Yordan Alvarez, center field, Julio Rodriguez, right field, Juan Soto, three pitchers, Zach Gallen, Aaron Nola, and Jared Jones. Shout out Mason Miller. I really wanted him as my reliever.
Oh my God. He's the talk of the town right now.
Gas. I love it. I love it.
Oakland A's?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, and DH Marcell Ozuna with the Braves.
Colby, who you got?
Catcher, I got Yanier Diaz. First, I got Alec Baum. Second, I got Jose Altuve. Third base, I got Gunnar Henderson. Shortstop, Mookie. Three outfielders is Adolis Garcia, Kyle Tucker, and Mike Trout. My DH is Ellie De La Cruz. My three pitchers is Logan Gilbert, Dylan Cease, and Corbin Burns.
Damn. Now that's just up for the masses.
I like
that's
it.
Just up for the masses.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Good fun, y'all. Good fun.
That was really good. So, yeah, I just wanted to, because we talked about him, I feel like it's only best that I get into this. So I have my Cy Young leaders right now and my MVP leaders right now. Okay.
Nice.
And this is right now. This isn't who I think's going to win. This is as if it's a race and who's in the lead right now. Right. Obviously, it's a huge season, a lot to go off of. So starting with Cy Young in the AL, I got Jose Barrios. Like, I mean, he's just 4-0, 0.85 ERA, 5 quality starts. He had a delayed game today, and I think they called it at 6 innings, so I don't know how that goes.
Yep.
But he only pitched 5 innings today, but I mean, I think he only allowed 2 runs or something like that. But still, he's like numbers wise, that's just crazy. But in the NL, we talked about Zach Wheeler, leads the league in strikeouts and has a 1.93 ERA, 5 quality starts. I think leading the league in strikeouts is, that was a Spencer Strider thing with him and Garrett Cole being gone. Now, Zach Wheeler, not a guy you really knew for strikeouts. Like, he kind of was good at everything, not great at everything. But Zach Wheeler, that's my leaders right now. And then for MVP, AL, I got Gunnar Henderson. He's batting 309, first in the AL in home runs, first in the AL in OPS. I mean, who else do you give it to, right? In the NL,
like Trout,
right? In the NL, I got Marcell Ozuna. I mean,
as a DH, let's go,
dude. Batting 344.
Yep.
Second in the league with 9 home runs. First in the league with 29 RBIs. I thought about Mookie or Ohtani, but Ozuna has 90 at bats to their 105 and 104.
Yeah, that's
he's doing more with less.
Yep.
So he's leading the race for me right now. I don't want to hog up so much of the mic time, but I could get into my power rankings and then pass it off to you. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll work. I forgot to ask you before we queued up the recording. Did you get my player perspective?
Oh, I didn't look at it. I didn't know we were doing player perspective.
Take
But
a
I
look.
could pull it up right now. It's not even an
Yeah.
issue. We don't even got to cut this because this is just beautiful.
It's just live.
It's just beautiful communication between one another.
Yep.
But dude,
we've been so in sync today. I just kind of expect you to know.
Dude, I didn't get the bat signal. Let's pull this up. But no, it's all good. But yeah, Ozuna and Mike Trout is also someone to have a conversation about. But the dude has 10 home runs and like 19 RBIs. He doesn't.
Yeah,
there's no one. Baby. There's no one on base for him.
Wait till Joe Adell keeps heating up, man. He's gonna be there.
Dude, him in spring was definitely something to talk about.
Yep.
But does anybody have a player? And I don't know if y'all have ever thought about this. So if this is so foreign for you guys, it's me being weird. But does anybody have a guy maybe on a team that you don't really watch a whole lot that might be a young guy or someone that nobody really knows that you just constantly follow and keep tabs on?
It was Zach Geloff.
Nah.
It was Zach Geloff. Yeah, let me pull on my watch list here real quick.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this.
It's lengthy.
I'm gonna tell you this one guy, right? Michael Toglia for the Rockies.
Yeah.
The dude hits bombs, right? And he's been in the minors for a while. I don't even think he has a legit spot on the Rockies right now. But in his short time already in the show, he's hit 4 homers in very limited time. His average is a little low, but I just have these guys that nobody knows who they are that I constantly just keep tabs on for no reason. When I play MLB The Show, Michael Toglia is on my team.
That's a good one. And if you want to keep it in the Rockies there, Hunter Goodman.
Yep, that's it. That's the same guy.
It's a good name.
It's the same guy.
Basically.
Real quick, Bo Nix to Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Bo Nix to man, there's like 90 quarterbacks that go right now.
Tight end in the first round. Brock Bowers.
Who do you go to?
Raiders.
The Raiders. Okay.
The 13th pick.
They're giving up on Michael Mayer, I guess.
What a powerful name. Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
But to answer your question, Brandon, there's 3 right now, and I'm not going to give you the third one because I'm just waiting for him to get called up, and as soon as he does, he's mine. But we got Jason Dominguez looking to come back from Tommy John surgery, center fielder for the New York Yankees.
A position player with Tommy John.
Yeah, interesting, huh? And somebody I'll probably watch all season if he's not on my team is Mikael Garcia, third baseman, leadoff hitter for the
You cut him off. You gave him a chance, then you cut him off.
He got me -10 in a span of 4 days, and I said that's enough.
That's good. Yeah.
But he seems to be turning it around a little bit. We'll see what's up. His average is horrendous. But a really fun player to watch.
Let's talk about your player perspective.
Yeah, this is first baseman.
Okay.
The guy on the left is easily the most loved by the people that support his sports team, and then probably the most hated by people that don't support his sports team. Okay. The guy on the right is kind of a no-namer. Outside of us, we know the guy on the right. Obviously, if you play fantasy baseball and you've been watching closely enough, you know the guy on the right. But this is 2024 season so far. They both had a little stint on the IL. One of them just came back. So this is pre today's games, and I'm not going to tell you what happened today in those games, but this is as of yesterday, which is what
left is Bryce Harper.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep. And right is somebody.
And the right's the one I'm supposed to get.
No. Oh. Right is the lesser known.
Okay, good. Okay, so Bryce Harper left. 6 homers is a lot right now because homers are actually hard to come by with some of these guys.
And he's currently hurt. I think he's been hurt for about 5 or 6 days at this point in time.
First baseman.
Yep.
Colby, help me out. Please. First baseman he's hurt right now. He's on the injured list right now?
Yep.
Bellinger?
No.
That was a good one.
Good guess,
on the injured list. Yeah. I didn't think Bellinger hit 6, but I don't even know. I can't even think about who hit 6 right now. Who's popping them? It could be someone who I don't. Did he just go on the injured list or he been there?
Again, like 5 or 6 days, I think. I don't know.
I had a baby. Leave me alone.
Not on my team.
Okay.
Brandon, you're gonna feel real silly if you don't get this one.
Oh, is it Tristan Casas?
There you go.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Tristan Casas, he's been it sucks that he's hurt. But yeah, I was in the hospital when he went on the injured list. No, no, that's a good one.
I thought this was super interesting because Bryce is the guy, right? And Tristan Casas just kind of floats under the radar, on the wayside. But he's coming into his own this season, and it's exciting to see.
I hate the Hawk.
Bryce become a daddy.
Yeah, right? For the second time.
So his batting average is going to be like 302 now. Watch.
He hit a bomb today. That's why I said
no. He's and then the fans were booing him. The fans were going overrated, and he smacked the homer, and then he went home, and then he said, "What happened?"
Yeah.
He goes, "What happened?" I love that. I love that shit, dude. Like, and there's like a group of people in this world that are trying so hard to get that removed from sports, and I hate it. Like,
they don't watch sports.
Talk all the shit in the world. People are like, there's no honor in that. I don't like cocky. Just do your job. Like, no, talk all the shit in the world. And if he loses, you're happy. If he sucks, you're happy.
Yeah.
But if he wins, it's that much bittersweet.
I don't know if y'all been watching any college ball lately. But dude's been hitting bombs and obviously celebrating on the way to first base, and umpires are actually ushering them down the first base line. Just like, all right, that's not part of your job description.
Let's try so hard to make sure sports are not fun.
Not fun.
Let's just really try. You know, like it's like obviously I'm a big UFC guy, and it's like the fighters that talk the most shit. It's
they sell the most tickets.
If you don't like them, you get to see them get punched in the face and knocked out. And it's like, but if he wins, maybe he's right. If he wins, maybe he's right. Maybe he is the guy.
Instant gratification,
dude. That's nuts. All right. So that was
good times. Thanks for pulling that up. Appreciate it.
No, it's all good. I want to get to my power rankings, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, and I don't even know where these teams were 2 weeks ago, but here's where they're at now.
Buster runs it down, dude.
So let me introduce it. This is my weekly power rankings for MLB baseball teams. Okay. I have reasonings why they are where they're at, and I have little notes that I write down. But this is my 10 right now. Number 1, I got the New York Yankees. Okay.
Ooh.
They're second in the league in total ERA. The main reason I wasn't high on the Yankees, going into the year is I thought their pitching would not hold up with Garrett Cole being out. That is not the issue. Okay. And they're tied for first with wins in the league, and they're doing all this with Aaron Judge stinking it up. So if Aaron Judge is going to get better and that pitching can maintain where it's at, and maybe Garrett Cole comes back, maybe he's decent, this is going to be a really good baseball team. And I mean, they're showing it right now. Like, I don't think there's much of a debate. Number 2, I got the Atlanta Braves. No Spencer Strider, no problem. Reynaldo Lopez is here to rescue. He has a 0.72 ERA in 25 innings pitched. Similar to what I was saying about the Yankees and Aaron Judge, how Aaron Judge has sucked and they still are winning all these games. The Braves are doing this with Matt Olson and Austin Riley hitting 5 total home runs between the two.
Yeah.
So those bats are going to heat up, and they're going to be even more of a problem. Number 3, I got the Dodgers. Same reason as always. Super loaded. They have some holes in the back half of their lineup that's really showing. And
talk about Chris Taylor's average.
What? I don't even know what it is. What is it? Is it bad? And then guys like Lux, Outman can't hit above 200, and they're struggling with the back half of their lineup. They need to maybe make some moves to solidify that, because obviously they're a beatable team, but they're just loaded, and their pitchers are going to get even more healthier. Miller's coming back off IL. Kershaw's going to be back. They're going to have healthier pitchers, and they're going to be fine. So I have them at 3. And I know that they dropped. I think they were number 1 2 weeks ago. Number 4, I got the Baltimore Orioles. Gunnar Henderson is an MVP candidate. We talked about that as a bona fide superstar. Despite Corbin Burns looking the part, they have a 4 ERA for total team ERA. So outside of Corbin Burns, they need a little bit of help with pitching, because I think right now they're middle of the pack, like 13th, 14th, 15th, something like that.
Yeah, Grayson got beat up.
Yeah, that's the reason.
But he has been pitching well as of recent, though. So he's playing out pretty well.
That's who I got it. I got it 4. 5, the Guardians, man. Most wins in the league.
Love it.
The reason they're at 5, they've had an easy schedule so far. They had 2 series against Oakland. They played the White Sox. They played an injured Minnesota and an injured Boston squad. Their real test is coming up against the Yankees. And the real test coming up is against Atlanta. They played the Yankees. That was their only real hard team that they played, and they lost that series. So they have Atlanta coming up. I really am looking forward to see what happens in that series. Number 6, the Phillies. They're 8-2 over their last 10 games. They're 8th in the league in team ERA, first in strikeouts, first in quality starts. Their pitching is clicking. Bryce Harper is now hopefully off of injured reserve or paternity list. Alec Baum is an extra base hit machine. And they got Trey Turner. It's just a super solid ball club. Like, nothing's really going to blow your hair back right now, but consistent veteran pitching. If Schwarber can hit his weight, and they have so many pieces on that team, it's, they're going to be
Suarez, baby.
Ranger Suarez. They're going to be a headache for everybody. Number 7, Milwaukee Brewers. Okay. This might be too low. 7 might be too low. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep.
They're 4th in batting average. Really pay attention here. 4th in batting average, 4th in home runs, 3rd in stolen bases, and they are 2nd in the league in saves. So they win close games. Yep. With who?
They lost Corbin Burns, and Yelich is on the IL right now. And they're balling out.
This team is, and they're beating good teams in these series. So yep. I can't turn my head. I know there's no star. I mean, if you want to count Yelich as a star, I feel like it's a stretch. But like, there's no star. You got Peralta at pitcher, but the rest of that lineup, can anybody off the street name them? Probably not.
Joe Ross.
There you go, Joe Ross. I streamed him one of these days.
Yep.
All right, number 8, I got the Kansas City Royals. Their number 1 pitching in the offseason was to get better pitchers and get better pitching overall. They did that. They're 5th in the league in ERA, 3rd in quality starts. Bobby Witt's hitting .317. All is good in Kansas City. What can you complain about?
Pasquantino figured it out too.
There you go. Number 9, they're just healthier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, I got the Cubs. Just a solid team. 5th in the league in slugging, 6th in OPS. Bellinger being hurt doesn't help, but the pitching has stayed afloat with Steele being hurt. And they're in the top 15 with ERA, which I think they would take any day of the week with losing Steele, right? And that new pitcher they got from overseas, I forget his name, but does he even allowed to run yet? It's like,
I think so. I think he got
hit a little bit.
Yeah, he gave up like 1 run in a shortened game against the Dodgers.
Lord, that dude.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
And then that was at 9. To round up my 10, I have the Seattle Mariners. Their first place in what we perceive to be a tough division, right? They recently beat Texas in a series, and they swept Cincinnati. With the start that they have, to say that they swept Cincinnati and beat the Rangers, that's I think that's something that they would really like. They strike out a lot as far as their bats go, but they're coming around. Logan Gilbert's looking like a Cy Young candidate. Julio Rodriguez hit his first home run like 2 days ago, so he's really needs to get up to speed. But I think they're becoming the team that we thought they were. I picked them to be a World Series team, so I definitely they won 7 of their last 10, so I'm hoping that they can stay afloat so I don't look like a moron. But they're really coming around. I got them at 10, so that rounds up my top 10 list.
I like that. I want to add on Cubs' best home record in the MLB right now, and then
cool.
Just so the listeners can know, Chris Taylor got his first hit just on the 19th of this month. So 6 days ago was his first hit this season. He is hitting .051.
Okay, and literally the last thing I have on as far as baseball on my thing is I have some trade ideas. Do you want me to do my trade ideas and then give you your runway?
Yeah, it makes no difference to me, man. I like all of it.
Yeah, all right. I just don't want to feel like I'm talking so much, but I wrote so much shit today.
Good for you.
So I have some trade ideas for some teams that are struggling to get rid of some really solid guys to some teams that could use them for playoff pushes. Okay. And I got the Astros in here if you guys want to talk about it. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Astros desperately need a first baseman. I got the Astros acquiring Josh Bell from the Marlins. Look,
okay.
The Astros need a lot of things. Okay. They need a lot of things. assuming that their pitching comes back healthy, Verlander's getting he's looking pretty good so far, right?
Oh yeah.
Framber comes back. If McCullers ever plays again, right? The pitching should be okay enough. First base is an eyesore. Two names that really pop out is Josh Bell and Paul Goldschmidt. Okay.
Ooh.
I think out of the two, I think maybe the Astros front office would want more of a Josh Bell than Goldschmidt. There's the question with Goldschmidt is he still the all-star caliber player?
Yeah.
You know, he's struggling this year, but that doesn't mean he can't turn it around. Do you want a guy with that much veteranship on your team, or do you want someone on the younger side with Josh Bell?
Either one of them will just continuously cream homers over that or into that Crawford box.
Right.
That's like a heaven for them.
Yeah, and cover your ears for this one.
Oh.
Yankees acquire Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals. Look, catcher is a position that Yankees need to upgrade. Trevino's their best guy, and he's hitting 250 with 7 RBIs, right? Yankees get even more fun and get Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals and get one of the best hitting catchers in the league. That would be really scary, right? How about this? Guardians acquire Ryan McMahon from Colorado.
Okay.
A consistent infielder would definitely help the Guardians, right? Like you got Naylor, you got Jose Ramirez, you got McMahon who can play short, who can play second. He can really play anything. Like if you look what he's categorized, he's just an infielder. He plays everything.
Yeah.
I think he helps that team a lot, and he has a really hot bat right now.
Yeah, I like that. Their weak spot in the infield is shortstop with Gabriel Arraez.
Check it out. And then, so for a pitcher, I have the Padres acquire Jesus Luzardo from Miami. The Padres
Miami just offload,
dude.
Might as well
sell everybody right now, right? So the Padres, they're a really good team. Pitching, ironically, is where they're getting hit in the mouth, and we thought that would have been a strong point with them, with Yu Darvish, with Michael King, with getting Dylan Cease. You thought that'd be a strong point. Musgrove is rocking a 5.74 ERA right now. And they're 18th in the league in ERA. So, and their bats are really good. Tatis, Ha-Seong Kim, Cronenworth's having a good year, and they got Xander Bogaerts. Like they have a team, they have good bats. I thought they'd be better than they were. Turns out the pitching is where they're lacking. I think they get Jesus Luzardo from Miami. And those are some fun trade ideas. An honorable mention. Okay. So if the Twins don't start winning games, and they decide to blow this thing up, Pablo Lopez to the Cubs. If they decide to blow this thing up.
I like it, but I hate that guy. And he just signed.
I like it.
He just signed a pretty decent contract.
I know what he signed. We see these dudes sign, and then the next year they're out of there.
This is true.
And I feel like they maybe really it came down to who they would want to dump more. Do you want to dump Joe Ryan or Pablo? I think they might want to hold on to Joe Ryan more than Pablo, especially with that contract, especially if you're trying to blow things up. But anywho, that's all I got.
I like it.
That's all I got. Those are some fun little interesting brain teasers. What you got, Chandler? This is your moment.
All right. So yeah, this week in fantasy baseball, I went through and I looked at low percentage owned guys that are performing super well. And really just have the question as far as like why they're not rostered. And I don't have the answer, but this is for y'all to go pick them up so their percentages go higher, because I know everybody's dealing with injuries almost at every damn position at this point in time. So we're going to go through position by position. I even got left center right field for you. I've got a starting pitcher, a relief pitcher, and a utility guy, because y'all know I love my utility players. So at catcher, proud of Colby, man. He just got him in our league. Oh, by the way, most of these guys aren't available in our league because we're not dumb. But Travis d'Arnaud with Atlanta Braves. He's currently the third best catcher in points leagues, right? He's obviously seeing a little bit more time with Sean Murphy on the IL, but he's catching like 2 days on, 1 day off, or 3 days on, 2 days off. Just something very, very simple. Keep him refreshed, keeping that average and those homers coming, because he's still hitting bombs whenever he comes into pinch hit, my bad. Over the last 7 games, he's got a 471 average, a 1.957 OPS, 5 home runs, and only 4 strikeouts. I challenge you to find anybody else in the league that has more home runs than strikeouts over the last week. It's not happening. First base, Brandon, you got him. Ryan Mountcastle, Baltimore Orioles. He's currently the 5th best first baseman in points leagues. He occasionally splits time with Ryan O'Hearn. I wanted to put O'Hearn on the list too, but I can't do both. But Mountcastle also has DH eligibility. He's also the preferred DH whenever he's not actually in the field. Season stats, a solid 333 average with a 902 OPS. And that alone is like questioning why is he not on somebody's team at this point in time? He's firmly planted in that 3 to 5 spot on one of the best offenses, just like Brandon touched on going through his rankings in the MLB. And he's only 32.4% owned. By the way, Travis d'Arnaud, only 36.7% owned. Second base, Bryce Terang having a breakout year with the Milwaukee Brewers. Currently the 5th best second baseman in points leagues. Only 58. He's over 50%. So I'll give y'all props for all the listeners out there, but still only 58.2% owned. This guy should be high 80s, if not 90s. He's a everyday player on a very offensively exciting team. He's got season stats of a 319 average, 847 OPS, and he's tied for the league lead, minus what Ellie might have done yesterday, with 12 steals. He only has 12 strikeouts over 72 at-bats, and his only downside is the fact that he hits anywhere from the 6th to the 8th spot. At shortstop, Orlando Arcia with the Atlanta Braves. He's only 20.7% owned, but he's currently the 7th best shortstop in points leagues. Also an everyday player, season stats of 317 average, 811 OPS, and 2nd in the MLB with 9 doubles, trailing only Shohei. He has this was his issue last year with strikeouts. He only has 14 strikeouts over 82 at-bats this year. He hit 6th against righties and 2nd against lefties. Get this guy on. I'm hurting for shortstop right now, and I can't find anybody, right? This guy's taken. Third base, this one was kind of a stretch because it seems like everybody is grabbing those third basemen. But he's trending in the right direction. Matt Chapman with the San Francisco Giants. Believe it or not, he's currently ranked as the 4th best third baseman in points leagues. He's his last 7 games, only a 292 average. I say only, creeping up on that 300 mark, and an 804 OPS. He is hitting 5th every single day. And he's only 44.1% owned. That Giants team is wavering a little bit, not performing quite as well as we'd expect him to, but he's been a staple there and actually performing some stability. Left field, also on Brandon's team, Dalton Varsho, Toronto Blue Jays, currently the 6th best left fielder in points leagues. So far, in my opinion, he's the best hitter on this Blue Jays roster. Vlad Guerrero's not doing it. Bo Bichette's not doing it. George Springer's not doing it. This guy turned it on and hasn't turned it off. He's hitting 5th against righties, 8th against lefties because he is a left-handed hitter. But his last 7 games, a 381 average, a 1.53 OPS, 4 home runs and 2 steals. He's basically doing what Travis d'Arnaud's doing, but he's playing every single day. Only 46.9% owned, kind of criminal. Center field, Riley Green. We expected this from him last year. Didn't happen. He's coming through in his 3rd season. Currently the 2nd best center fielder in points leagues. Everyday player on a very exciting Detroit team. They had the longest win streak so far in the MLB. Last 7 games, 333 average, 1.279 OPS. He hits leadoff against righties, cleanup against lefties, only 30.8% owned. Right field, I'll claim him as my own. Starling Marte, New York Mets. Happy this guy is healthy and actually doing what we thought he could, because last year was terrible. It hurt everybody.
It's the same conversation of, if I paid for him last year, they're balling out this year.
Yeah, exactly. But currently the 7th best right fielder in points leagues. He's an everyday player when he's healthy, firmly planted in that 2 spot, in front of Pete Alonso, behind Brandon Nimmo. Last 7 games, 400 average, 1.120 OPS, and he's actually stealing bases. The old man is running. Only 38.1% owned. My utility is Ahmed Rosario with the Tampa Bay Rays. He's playing second base. He's playing right field. He's playing shortstop, really wherever they need him. They intended him to be a platoon guy against left-handed pitchers, and he hit his way into an everyday role. He's currently the 5th best amongst those eligible positions, so it probably takes it off of shortstop first, so 5th best shortstop, so to speak, but has right field eligibility. Last 7 games, 407 average, 1.038 OPS, and he kind of does it all. He's hitting 6th against righties and leadoff against lefties. So they didn't even stick him at the bottom against righties. He's hit his way up in the order, 41.9% owned. I just drafted this guy because he's doing pretty stellar things. I say drafted in the game that we just played like 30 minutes ago. Jared Jones, starting pitcher with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Football's on the brain, obviously. As a rookie, he's currently the 9th best starting pitcher in points leagues. Pretty insane. Pirates also only use a 5-man rotation, so he's pitching every 5 days unless they have an off day. Then he pitches on that 6th. Season stats of a 2.79 ERA, a 0.83 WHIP, 39 strikeouts to 4 walks. He's consistently reaching 6 innings every time he pitches, so y'all know that's a quality start, especially with that ERA. And he stretched out to 91 pitches in his last start, so only a matter of time. The strikeouts make it difficult to really push 7, 8 innings, but only a matter of time before he actually gets to that 7th inning there. Only 66% owned. I find that with how much love ESPN and everybody's, all the analysts are giving him, find that really hard to believe, but that is the case. Relief pitcher, again, exciting Detroit Tigers team, had the longest win streak in the MLB so far. Jason Foley is currently the 7th best relief pitcher. He's a clear closer for that team. Now, the setup guys, that's Harry. Just avoid that. But if you're looking for saves, Jason Foley. Season stats, a 0 ERA, just across the board. Hasn't given up a run yet. He's got a 1 whip. That's fine. It doesn't matter if they allow a hit, a walk, whatever it is over that inning. 11 strikeouts, 6 walks. Kind of high on the walk side, which is where that whip comes from. But he is perfect. 7 for 7 on save opportunities. He's got 2 wins, no losses, and he's only 55.2% owned. So again, I'm a waiver wire, maniac. I go through my 10 moves, if not by Tuesday, then by Thursday. I have to practice patience whenever it comes to fantasy baseball. But these are guys that I'm just like, if they were available, this would be my team, in all honesty, because they'd be winning me week to week. Unfortunately, none of them are.
I love it. No, that's a lot of guys that are on my team. So, I mean, I think Chandler thinks I'm doing a decent job, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
If the champion thinks you're doing a good job, what else do you need?
I'd feel a lot better about it if you just make a damn trade with me, but it's fine. It's
fine. Because you want diamonds for sticks.
No, that's not true.
No, we had progressively positive conversations, but we're a little
on different
off.
Pages, and
we're just a little off, and it happens.
It's no problem.
I actually have some. I don't know if this is breaking news, but apparently Kirk Cousins is stunned that the Falcons picked a quarterback. It says the Falcons called Kirk Cousins when they were on the clock to let him know. From what I learned, Cousins understood a quarterback would be considered, but he did not believe his successor would have been taken in the first round. I'm told he's a bit stunned.
This just came back to me. Aren't the Falcons under investigation for tampering in order to get Kirk Cousins?
I remember seeing something along those lines.
Is that real?
Falcons tampering. Let's do a little Goog and see what happens. Falcons tampering punishment to come after the draft. You're right. So,
and it was for him. So if he has to sit.
Interesting. All right.
How about having an influence draft pick right there? That's crazy. Because I don't think they would have done that otherwise.
I'm going to run through this UFC real quick because I got to get back to my newborn. But so UFC Fight Night on the 27th Saturday. It's a 3 p.m. Central card. Nothing really crazy, but these really become the best fights. We have Matthews Nicolau versus Alex Perez. This is not the fight that we were supposed to get. It was supposed to be Nicolau versus Manel Kopp, but Kopp withdrawed like he always does, and now we're stuck with this fight, which is fine. It'll be okay. You got Ryan Spann fighting. You got David Onama, who I'm a huge fan of, fighting. You got Uros Medic fighting. There's some cool fights on here. We should see some people get punched in the face pretty heavily on this one. But I am going to give you 5 bets that I really like. And let's see how they do. So I am going to start off with David Onama. He's sitting at plus 140 underdog. My underdogs have been crazy. Colby knows what I did about Max Holloway.
Oh, did we lose Colby?
I think we lost Colby, but we're going to finish it out. It's fine.
That's fine.
I'm going to go David Onama plus 140 underdog. Then I'm going to go Austin Hubbard versus Michael Figlak I'm going to take Austin Hubbard plus 145 underdog. Austin Hubbard is a very annoying fighter. He likes to hold on to you. He likes to wrestle you and never let you get your offense going. And I think this is a fight where he's going to come in and beat a younger, promising fighter. And then we got in the heavyweight fight, Austin Lane, Jonte Denise. I'm taking under 1.5 rounds at minus 275. The light heavyweights, Ryan Spann versus Bogdan Guskov. I'm saying that fight goes under 1.5 rounds at minus 285. And in the main event, Nicolau versus Perez, I'm taking Nicolau at minus 180. That's sitting at plus 1585. And if you put $50 on that, you win $792. So let's hope that.
Oh, his computer just died on him.
That's fine. We'll just finish it out. RIP. So let's hope that one hits. 50 wins you 792. So that'll be the bets that I'm going with. But we lost Colby, but he's forever in our hearts. If he was here and I asked him for words of wisdom, I would say that he would say grip it and rip it.
Yeah, in one language or another. We don't know.
Yeah. So Chandler, do you have any words of wisdom before we let us go?
No. It's good to be back in the seat, man. And again, big congratulations to you. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hope you're enjoying.
I just hope divorce papers aren't waiting on me for taking all this time to do the podcast. But all right, well, this is episode 11 of the Wide 80 podcast, and we will see y'all next week.
Until next time.
Out of here, dude.
See ya.